that brings me to my Losi build.
Here, we're gonna move this to
yeah,
the
let's
front
move
of the
that
table.
to the front and center.
I'm proud of this guy for this one because this is the first one. Look, interior. Look, my man's got a winch. You know, oh, go ahead, man. Tell him. Let you tell
All
your
right,
story.
so like I said, this is a little more scale than I usually go with it. We got a functioning winch. It has dinky interior, great, lightweight, easy to work with. Found a little action figure on eBay to run in there. It's the Hell Clown from Spawn. You know, why not? And then we have the Proline light bar.
Puerto Rico.
So this build originally started out as a Losi Nightcrawler. And for you guys that don't know what that is not a frame style truck. So I ended up buying another G-Speed chassis because I like to work with them. They're quality chassis. And you know, I haven't found a better product yet, honestly. Thing about the Losi is these are worm drive axles. Trail speed of this truck is dirt slow. Even on 3S, it is hard to walk and play with your RC car and, you know, it actually still be able to beat you in pace. But the thing that this truck does is it is just so butter smooth crawling at low speeds. And for the most part, believe it or not, I'm not that much money into the truck. You know, if you took away the scale items, you know, I have to run the Castle brushless system in it for
axles up. Tell them.
Yeah, the motor temps were just killing it with the brush motors. I mean,
How many motors did you kill?
I killed 2 brush motors, and they probably had 45 minutes between the 2 of them.
Like that
on 2S. So I pulled the axles apart because with the Losi Nightcrawlers, you need to make sure those things are just packed, full of grease. I can't stress it enough. The ones that I pulled apart here, they had fresh grease in them, but there was just not that much. That helps dissipate with the heat. Just pack them. You know, make sure it's coming out the seams when you do it.
As it is.
So after I got all that situated, now the truck runs great. For shocks, I'm just running the Boom Racing shocks. They're not that expensive. I think they're about $25 a pair. They offer great adjustability. You have 3 different springs that come with it. And, you know, you just play with it until you're happy with it. I'm running it really soft up front. It's pretty much in a droop up front, and it's in a semi in the rear, meaning that my front is compressed and it's just gonna stretch up. You know, I'm gonna have down travel. But I could do that because I have the high clearance with the worm drive axles. But
that's the beautiful thing about these axles, that he's been planning to do this for months, to do these axles on something, and you knocked it out the park, man.
Yeah.
Especially this paint job. What inspired you to do this paint job?
You know, I mean, honestly, growing up and being born in the 80s, whenever I saw the vintage Losi, you know, RC cars, they were always had the, you know, the wild paint jobs on them. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do something very 80s. And I also did something different. I painted the inside of the body with Plastidip because, as I mentioned earlier, I sometimes struggle with painting bodies. And it turned out great. And pro tip, if you're painting with Plastidip, trace out the window stickers and make copies of them on just a roll of tape, because then you can peel off the Plastidip, recover them, repaint them again, you're good to go if you get bored with it.
Show him the back. He found 80s Losi
Yeah.
decal. That is freaking sick.
So I got a little nerdy with it and spent a little time on the eBay and
you went the
had
right
to
nerd.
look it up.
Man.
So
You went the right nerdy.
yeah, you know, just had to make it all work. This thing's still a little bit of a project, but it's getting there. It's
And we're gonna
trail
take that
ready.
from him too.
No, you're not. That's this is my baby, because everybody that drives this one is just kind of like, you know, they trip off it instantly because it feels completely different than anything you'll drive.
Like a little tractor.
Yeah, yeah, and it just
You
kills
actually
it.
got to see it on the trail, Jay. What'd you think of it? I haven't seen it on the run yet.
Does it, man? It's there.
The slow spinning. Yeah. I'm pretty
Lots of
excited.
torque.
Lots of torque.
Yeah,
That's why it's like a little tractor.
just a little creepy
Little
crawly.
tank.
If it could get its tire on it, it'll spin nice and slow and grab and pull it up it. I might have to put it on a diet soon. It's starting to get a little heavy. I'm thinking it's around the 7.5 pound mark. But of course, when I do that, I'm going to be pulling my scale items. But for now, I'm going to enjoy it and just kind of have fun with it, since it looks different than anything else I've built. But pretty much other than that, you know, I mean, like I said, I can't stress enough that there's just no wrong way to do this. Just go out and have fun. My best suggestion to you, if you're looking at getting into the hobby, is find a quality used truck. Don't spend that much money. Make sure you like doing it. Because I mean, Jay's proved through and through, you know, the original SCX-10 could hang with a lot of these trucks. In some cases, it will beat them. And a lot of it depends on the driver, and you get parts for them dirt cheap all day. You get upgrades for them even cheaper, and you don't have to spend $1 million to have a nice rig to go out and have fun with. And I mean, even Nate's newest truck, that thing's a 10-1. There's not that much money put into it. It's got good tires on it, good balance, and it kills it. You don't need much.
No. And at the end of the day, we just want to give you more perspective. We do ready to runs, we do builds, low cost builds. But Jay will tell you, this is a fact. Get you a ready to run that you can play with and build your Batmobile in the garage. You can build something, you can get frustrated all you want, but you always have something to play with. That's one thing we want to stress to you guys. He's got a ready to run so that he can build all these. And that's the one game point we want to make sure that you guys understood out there in the world.
Yeah, and I mean, and honestly, I hate to admit this on camera, but this truck, since I've gotten it, has been on the trail a lot more than this truck has.
A lot more than any of these trucks with him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that and just doing the test and tune, I had a problem with my rear drive shaft where it was either falling out or breaking, and I had to change some links around to get the geometry right. But every single time I took this thing out, I ended up pulling that thing out of the backpack and finishing my day with it and being absolutely horrible to it and it driving off the trail. You know, so like I said, just, you know, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. Yeah.
All right, you guys, I hope you like the rundown from NMP right here, the man behind the builds in Highway 1. With that said, you guys, check this out. We're gonna give you a little bit more juice. We're gonna get with some Nick Moore Performance. He's gonna do a tire test presented through Highway 1. How about that? All right. Hope to see you guys on the trail.